Hello everyone, my name is Kimberly. This is I Got a New Deck. Welcome! Thank you for stopping by. This channel I showcase Oracle, Tarot, and specialty decks from my personal collection. Thus far, I have not received a dime for any reviews. Should that change, I'll be completely transparent about that. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's going to be fair. It's going to be honest. The deck that I want to show you today, it is lovely. It has a definite tone to it. It is called Into the Lonely Woods, Lucy Cavendish, Dan May. Even holding this deck, when I looked at it, it just was so beautifully capturing the emotion of sadness, the emotion of, say, dark night of the soul, life cycle chapter. We all go through it, unfortunately or fortunately. Sometimes when we're our saddest is while resting, recovering, regrouping, we can then experience our greatest growth and healing. This Oracle deck is a beautiful tool to do that. Let's take a look, okay? So this is the guidebook. One thing I do want to read, because it's lovely. It's a lovely blessing by Lucy. Blessed be, lonesome traveler. You are a wise one, setting out now on the pilgrimage of the soul, traveling alone for a time. And when you come back to yourself, to those who you love, and to those who love you, you will be transformed in enriching ways that create beauty and magic wherever you go, even amidst the greatest challenges. Go with grace and be well. Blessed be, Lucy Cavendish. That's beautiful. And honestly, that just sets the vibe. So the quality, it's like I want to show all the creators of Oracle decks. I love this stock paper. It's not the thickest, but it's not the thinnest. It's just, see, I've used this deck many times. Look at barely any curve. It'd be very difficult. I mean, you could rip it if you, but it'd be very difficult to rip it. They have the curved endings, edges rather, which I love. I do have a small hand just to show you the difference in size. It is a larger card. Okay. So, shuffling in the middle or side. I know that's a gesture. The Pantone, the colors that they picked, the illustration. It's just a one-line tag. There's a number associated for lookup and numerology if you're into that. I love that I picked this card to start this review off. 32, the gift of the lonely path. Kind of like my little intro about the vibe I feel about it, right? And about being sad, depressed. The gift of isolation. So that's so lovely. And thank you, Spirit. But see the delicate, muted tones, grays, black, beige, you know, just in the line work. Like you see the hairs. It's just very, I'm going to try even here. This is a deck that I, again, bring up for readers or collectors a magnifying glass. Because, yes, you can see it from far, but just to see all the detail that was put into the illustration, it's pretty awesome. It's so impressive. It's so impressive. So impressive. So I'm going to go to the guidebook. Even though I'm an intuitive reader, I rarely look at the book unless it's heavy in historical or some sort of information that would give the reading extra layers. I possess many cleric gifts, so the intuition, that's why, especially with communication, etc., I can pick that up without too much assistance. And I feel like most people, once you hold, this is one that you really want to charge them and like bond with when you open it. Because I did, and I'll tell you, I purged. Like I had I call it a shadow night, where I had my journal. I had some, I think, matcha tea, and each card was bringing out this need to purge. And how I purge is like many people. I write, I listen to music, I cry, you know, to let it out. And oftentimes I'm purging for people in my life that are going through things. And this is an excellent tool to try and get that out. you know, sometimes when we can't get out our own feelings or the trapped energy, it's almost akin to watching, you know, your favorite sad movie or listening to your favorite sad song. This is an oracle deck when I am having difficulty trying to purge emotions. This makes it easier. This makes it easier. So 32, Gifts of the Lonely Path. There will be times where solitude feels blissful. The sensation of the air, the scent of the bud, the song of the bird, the wisdom of the trees, the knowledge of the steady earth beneath your feet. When you are so full of the song of the world, you become one with the rhapsody of life as your soul flows forth from the small space in which it was once contained. What once was a void has now become a world overflowing with delight and discovery. What once was darkness now is filled with stars. These precious insights may never ever be seen or felt or understood had you not been in isolation for a time. There are gifts here on the lonely path. Receive them and make them yours. Beautiful. Not too much, just enough for me. It's beautiful. I'm gonna now just take the time. I'm gonna show you many of these cards. So this is what they each look on the back. And you can look up that flower. I think it's a calla lily. And I think that's a moth. Oh, sorry, I didn't show you the other, or maybe I did. Like, look how beautiful. Like I said, it gets beautifully sad, but it just captures it. I've used this with clients that are experiencing a depressive time, a sad time. They're going through grief and they're having difficulty purging, you know. due to some emotional heart chakra blockages, throat blockages. You know. Price point wise, does this say the price? I believe it was 30, I think it was close to 35 for myself in Canada. I think it's worth it. I mean, these are works of art. These are like the illustrator, Dan May. I should have done more information before getting on here, but I'm going to look up this artist, Dan May. I mean, it is stunning. It is stunning. It's like I became friends with these characters, and I love that there's like this woman, and then there's this beast, and they're kind of going through the same thing. And then you also kind of look at, okay, whose reality? Is that just her depression over there and it's shaped like a beast? Because we stigmatize depression. See, we can go deep. All right, we can go deep, and I love that. And then you can look up the animal spirit, what they mean, because there's, like I said, there's a lot of detail here, and it looks delicate, it looks simple, but if you spend the time, it's like a whole story comes out of one picture. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I highly recommend this deck. I think it'd be an excellent one for anyone. Anyone. If you have someone that's never even thought of any of this, getting into like esoteric or divination tools or reading, tarot, oracle, if you feel like someone's going through a rough time, this is a beautiful gift to give them. A journal, a pen, and this oracle deck, and a hug, maybe some tea or their favorite beverage packet with it. And you mail it to them, or you hand give it to them and give them their piece. Beautiful. You will help, or do it for yourself if no one else does it. This tool will help you through this process. My name is Kimberly. This is I Got a New Deck. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please check out my other videos. I'm going to be doing a reading with this deck on my other channel, and it is called Graceful Guidance, Divination, and Esoteric Counsel. It is a very new channel. I had other channels. I started this new slate, a new vibe and all that. So it may take time to research it. You will find it. I've tried it, but it does take a little time. And until we're able to engage again, stay safe, be well, take care of you.